a light that shines brightest even in the darkest of nights. Clerics, or orcs as they are called because of their main weapon of choice, are your first and foremost easiest way to begin the game, and may even come to be very likable and usable in the later stages of the game. This class is easiest to maintain, easiest to leave AFK, and will help you to get much experience and much Adena throughout the early stages of the game. Its main focus is self-heal, which will help you with the amount of potions you will need to carry with you, but its main attack is very powerful as well against undead foes. So first, let's talk about your choices when you start the game. You will be given an option to select one of the 4 races, each with its unique stat distribution, and later on with awakened skills. Awakened skills are more powerful versions of the skills that you will have as a cleric or oracle, as it is known throughout the elves. So you have a human, an elf, dark elf, and a dwarf. Each one of them is a bit different. It has more or less intelligence and wisdom. Later on, you will get an upgraded versions. Should you choose to start as a cleric, you will advance at level 5 one of these rare classes. This is winnable, it's not selectable. So next one, moving to unique, is where the big difference comes into place. So from 4 classes, you will have one of awakened ability that you would want to use depending on the game style you want to play. As a human, you can have an awakened version of enlightenment, which increases cooldown reduction. This means that you will fire up your abilities faster, heal faster, or attack faster. An elf will have an upgraded version of group heal, which will increase recovery amount. So a healer all the way, with high intelligence and high wisdom. Next is the dark elf, and preferably the solo player of the game, which has awakened skill of Aura Flash that decreases consumption cost, meaning that you will fire up this skill to kill monsters at a lower cost of your mana. And last, the dwarf, which has awakened or upgraded version of Holy Focus that deals extra damage to chaotic targets. This is actually a PvP skill, as other enemies that you will face, other players, will be considered chaotic, and this skill will just do more damage against them. Getting to an epic grade is having luck in winning one of these cards, and there are 2 ways or choices which you can hope to achieve. As they have 3 awakened skills of a blue grade, they also have 1 of red grade. Now you may go for judgment, which is best used in PvE when farming, as it does AoE damage to the targets and brings them faster down. If you're going for PvP, you will want to have a awakened version of Arcane Shield. This is a reinforced barrier that will give you damage reduction in PvP and make you more tanky than other classes. Going along the class path with your class, your base class, you hope to obtain one of these in the future if you plan to play as a healer or cleric all the way throughout the game. One thing about healers is that they use primarily intelligence and secondary wisdom. These are also the main attributes that mages use, and should you win an epic card that has second class as a mage, which is most often the case, you may freely switch between these two classes if you have two weapons and play as both with one character. Play as an orc or play as a mage. Now let's move to your gear sets. The first gear set of green grade that you would want to have is Carmion set. This set has some bonus effects should you complete the whole set, and it is a good set to have until level 40 and even beyond. The best green orb that you could hope to get is the Orb of Nature. Getting to +9 will make it the most powerful green orb you can get at the start. All other sets of armors that you wish to obtain should be the ones that have some kind of MP recovery. Since you're a magic user, you would want to have your mana bar full all the time. The game mechanics allows you to craft your beginning sets, so be mindful of this. Collect those materials throughout the game, and you can even craft these sets for yourself. So focus on Carmion set. Use Shirt of Concentration for light damage. Sigil of Magic. And for accessories, always aim for the ones that will recover mana for your character. Weapon, as I said, should be Orb of Nature. Of course, you can craft one of these, depending of your areas where you grind. Silver items deal always more damage to the undead, Mithril as well. Later on, for the blue grade, you would want to have a Fairy Queen Orb, which has a penetration effect. This goes as a general rule for all ranged classes, even bows, crossbows, mages and healers. This penetration effect will help in a fight against bosses, as they are immune to ranged or magic damage. This will just nullify that. For the blue sets, try to get Abaddon Robe and Abaddon set, which has also mana recovery. Accessories should be done in the same way. as you do your rest of the gear. Now let's talk about skills. The priority in which you would get your skills would be to get Aura Bolt and Heal. Aura Bolt is your main attack skill and Heal is your main survival skill. Heal may be tweaked and configured depending on the area you're in. You can set the casting interval depending on how often you need to heal yourself, so you would reduce your mana consumption. You can leave the cure for last, as it is least used. So get a fast move buff, wild magic, or mastery, and Might of Heaven, which deals light type of damage, making you an undead killer. As far as unique skills go, depending on the class you selected, if you're going with Dark Elf, you would want to have Aura Flash. If you're going with Elf, you would want to have a group heal. On this character, these are not awakened skills, so I will just show you in a moment the difference. So this is the basic skill, used by a character that doesn't have it awakened. If I select another character, as a Shilling Saint, looking at that skill again, you will get an upper arrow, which means it is awakened version, and the description says it consumes less MP. These two skills are obtainable from NPC merchants and clan merchants. So you can have them early in the game, get a kill boost of 50%, and increase your wisdom and intelligence. Those are the skills that should be priority for you. The rest you can try to obtain by hunting and moving to places where enemies drop these skills. For epic grade, there are also some skills that you can buy from NPC merchants for a decent sum of Adena. This one would be the first available at the lowest cost and will help you survive some tough places in the game. As I said earlier, later on, Arcane Shield, which does the damage resistance of 30%, Awakened version would have 50%, and a Judgment that does a light type of damage, and Awakened version is even more powerful for your PvE play. Some unique classes even have 3 awakened skills, like this character. He's an awesome healer for groups, because on top of having increased group heal, it also has cooldown reduction and extra heal recovery amount. So this dwarf may be the top pick as a unique class if you are able to get it from the card fusion or card pool. I will now show the mechanics of switching
우리가 있는 곳이 우리의 보금자리다.
your class. mid-game. So as you can see, this class can use stuff. It is mage. And if you just change your weapon to orb, you will instantly become a healer. This is a great strategy for you when you obtain red class. So to end this video, as I said in my previous recordings, healers or clerics or oracles are your best pick as a free-to-play player or as a new player or as a veteran player. You won't make a mistake with it. The game will not be so difficult for you in the beginning. You will move through the game a bit with ease, with less investment. Try to understand the game better, the game mechanics, harvest enough material, enough, so you can later decide if you would want to continue playing this class or you would want to change to a different class of your choosing. So that for this video. I hope I covered everything that you would need to know about this class. I will continue these video guides for each class, each available classes for global version of the game. The next may be Dagger as a melee character, so consider subscribing to my channel to see more videos like this. And if you like this video and found it informative, please give it a thumbs up. Until the next video, bye bye and take care.